Let's talk about Doge today. This is the king of all meme coins, and it's not just a meme anymore because there is an entire budding ecosystem of native assets right now being bought, sold, traded on Doge. What I like about this development and the marketplace that I'm about to show you is not only is it very beginner friendly, even for people who never thought about taking their tokens off a centralized exchange, it's even going to appeal to the power user who maybe felt they were a little bit late to ordinals on Bitcoin and now they want to get in early on something similar on a different chain. Welcome, everybody. Cosmos DeFi here. Really appreciate you clicking on the video. I'll make sure this is a very informative one. In the meantime, if you wouldn't mind liking the video, subscribing to the channel would be great. We're going to head over and get started with Doge native assets. Here's what it looks like. Just a really basic marketplace. We got something called Doge Maps up here. We'll get into later in the video. Here are the NFT collections. This is made possible by the Ordinals protocol, right? On proof of work, it's more accurate to call these inscriptions rather than NFTs. As I scroll down, I see something called DRC20s. These are the fungible tokens. They're akin to BRC20s on Bitcoin. Let's get started by opening up a wallet up here. You make the wallet right in the app, and I'm going to create a new wallet with you right now. Set my password. Password is set. And that's it. It's generated a wallet for me in a couple of clicks, a couple of seconds. Now, you should go in and secure that wallet by writing down your secret phrase, right? It would be right here. You got to type in your password again. And those are the 12 words that you have to write down so that you could regenerate your wallet in case it gets deleted off your computer or you want to move to a new device. But here's your Doge address. And all you have to do is copy this and send some tokens there from a centralized exchange, maybe like Coinbase or Binance. Or if you already have a Doge wallet, you just send some tokens over there. For security reasons, I don't recommend putting in your seed phrase for your old Doge wallet. I would just make a new one if I was you, because now you're interacting with an application. There are always security risks that present themselves, and usually you don't realize it until it's too late. So just make a new wallet. So now I've got my wallet. I just loaded it with some Doge, and I'm going to go into the marketplace and look at some collections. And these are not all the collections. You could click this to see everything. And there are a whole bunch of collections with some basic data. You got the floor price priced in Doge. You got the 24-hour volume, the total volume, number of trades in 24 hours, and the items, the total supply in the collection. The top collections are, for the most part, 10K collections. And then this is the number of wallets that are holding these assets. Yesterday, I bought a couple of these node Doges. Let's see what they look like. And as you would expect, art is not the forte of these inscriptions on Bitcoin or Doge, but that's not the point. These are digital assets that are valuable more so because of the network that they're on and the protocol being used. But this is such a nice, convenient marketplace for a beginner. It's so easy to onboard one of your friends who maybe wants to get into crypto and actually do something with their crypto rather than keep it on a centralized exchange. But you could see the floor price here is in Doge, but they also give the US dollars. These were like $27 yesterday. They're $63 today. I picked up a couple of them. I'm not involved in any of these communities. I've been just kind of shooting from the hip just to play around with the app and also collect some of these just because I know that I'm pretty early. And you never know with these things. You never know what's going to take off. You never know what'll be valuable later that you can sell and buy a whole bunch of other unknown assets. I click up here, brings me back to the homepage. We'll get into Doge Maps in a second, but let's look at these fungible tokens. The highest volume and most traded fungible token is called Doji, right? It's about $4 per token, from what I understand. These were only a couple of pennies, and they've since mooned. And you could see there's about 12 million in total volume for this token, and the market cap is nearing $100 million. It's pretty wild because I bet you almost nobody knows about this. We'll look at some of the Twitter accounts and you'll see a couple hundred, maybe 1,000, 2,000 followers on these Twitter accounts. It's not widespread right now, and that's another reason why I find it attractive. I feel like I'm early, and in crypto, when a bull market is starting, it's always great to be early. I'll make sure I share all the links below because you should do your own research. And this is what I've been using just to get my feet wet and learn a little bit about what's developing. But this is the Twitter handle for Doge Map, right? It says hashtag DRC20. I usually just search this into Twitter and I look for active accounts who are sharing good information so that I can learn as fast as I can. I'm by no means an expert, but you could see not that many followers. And what are Doge Maps in the first place? Well, it says right here it's a community backed metaverse protocol on Doge. This is similar to the Bitmaps protocol on Bitcoin. That project absolutely exploded. It went from about $15 per bitmap to about $15,000 per bitmap in a couple of weeks. So I'm not saying the same thing will happen here, but I think, like I said, it's good to get in early if you could afford the risk and check out what's building. Here's the website. They already have one, even though this is quite new. And each map, from what I understand, represents a block on Doge. You can see they did airdrop almost half the supply. Public sale, pink is partnership, and then orange is project development fund. Now, it says Doge Maps. This is their basically their Twitter profile. It says again here, Doge Maps is the community-backed metaverse protocol on Dogecoin. Whether you're bullish on metaverse or not, it's very interesting that we have metaverse projects building on proof of work blockchains like Bitcoin and Doge. Now, here on the website, it's saying there are special benefits for Doge Maps holders. I think I have 12 of them. They're about $1 or $2 each. I know they're priced all differently. I don't know why one will be priced differently than another. I've been just buying the cheap ones off the floor on Doggy.market. And you could see here some wallet data. There are 21 million of these Doge maps, so they're not that rare. You could see that the top wallet, this might be the project wallet, it's got over 100,000 of these guys. I've got 12. I'm not a whale. But again, you could pick these up for $1. I've seen them below $1. You just do the swap on Doge. It takes about a minute, and then you've got your Doge map. It's a little strange that you have protocols like Metaverse NFTs building on proof of work blockchains. And that's true because you would expect this to be on proof of stake blockchains that are smart contract enabled, which Bitcoin and Doge are not. But check out this tweet. It says UTXO based blockchains is the alpha, and then goes on to say Bitcoin's at all time highs while altcoins are dormant. It's partially true. Meme coins are the only thing pumping because there's nothing else. VCs are waiting for runes, dunes, etc. So now we have to figure out what are runes and what are dunes. I found this article on xverse.app. I'll link it down below, but it says, what are Bitcoin runes? A beginner's guide. We're not going to read this together, but runes are a recent development on Bitcoin that provides a better and simpler alternative to the BRC20 tokens that have actually taken off since they were released about a year ago. This is a token standard that acts like a native asset on Bitcoin, kind of like how, Link and Aave are ERC20 tokens on Ethereum. One of the problems with BRC20 tokens is that they're not efficient, right? It says here they led to excessive production of junk UTXOs, which clog the network. Runes are set to prevent this generation of junk UTXOs. And something interesting here, it says unlike other fungible token protocols for Bitcoin, Runes doesn't require off-chain data to operate. So when these runes get issued, right, there's a transaction that sets up the symbol, the token supply, the number of decimals, and all that, right? The token supply is assigned to a specific UTXO, allowing a single one to contain any amount of runes, be it a million, a billion, whatever that number is. But even if you're not that technical, what you do need to know is that native asset development is happening rapidly on Bitcoin. And with the Runes protocol, the issuance of these fungible tokens becomes more and more polished. It's better for the network to operate efficiently. So those are runes. Those are on Bitcoin. The Dogecoin version, Dunes. Very creative, I know. Here's an official account that I found that is engaged in a Dunes project very soon that will be available on Doggy Market. And the pin tweet is super helpful. WTF are Dunes, a thread, a good old fashioned thread. But again, like I said earlier, it says efficiency and simplicity are the name of the game here. Due to the Dogecoin mempool getting congested, this is definitely going to free up transactions, make things more efficient, better end user experience, I would imagine, and probably much easier on the back end for indexing and processing and all that. They refer to this as the beginning of a new era for Dogecoin, and they're going to distribute these tokens, these dunes, as an airdrop to early adopters and believers in dunes. And they're called holy dune stones. And they'll be distributed, in their words, fairly and properly among the community. So I don't know what you have to do to get one of these. I would imagine in a deep, dark Discord somewhere, there are some clues. I'm not privy to that information. But what I do hope is that some of the collections that I minted and some of the on chain activity will make me qualify for this the same way I qualified for the Runestone airdrop on Bitcoin, which is coming next month. And at the end of this thread, there's a embedded tweet with an interview, and this is the protocol designer. He's going to educate you more about ordinals theory and all that. If you're interested, of course, I'll link it all down below. The link in the Twitter sends you to this website, and there's not much information here, but the supply is going to be about 2 million. And this is the block, I guess, where you can expect it. And by the way, when I click on that link that's in the tweet, this is the website it brings me to. Get a little bit of information about the block height, the supply, and then a link to find them here. Brings me right back to Market, where I started, where I told you to go play around and do some on chain activity, get affiliated with these protocols and these different token standards for your own benefit. And I even did a video months ago about this that I could link down below if you're interested. It might help you understand this a little bit better so you know what you're getting into. That's it. The end of the video, Market. It's a great onboarding tool for new users, but it's also a great place to go if you're experienced and you want to be on the cutting edge of development with all these different token standards, not only on Doge, but on Bitcoin as well.